Okay, you can see we've done a pile of stuff in this episode. Exhaust, engine, transmission are all coming together nice. Cab's in the other shop. It's getting welded on. We don't even know what's what anymore, so you're gonna have to watch this episode and see what's going on. Here we go. We got a stroker kit from Scat and AFR heads shipped to Canada, where we will send them to Northtown to get assembled on our 6.2, ship the engine back to California, put it in our project vehicle, then drive it back home again.
Look what I did! Look what I did!
It's fine to plunk an engine in there and call it installed, but all the finicky work takes forever. A week and a half of solid work here. Finally found a good use for instructions and bills. I have a feeling that we're gonna rub a little bit. That'll be great.
Rubbin's racing.
Rubbin's racing.
All right, Christmas came a little late, or maybe really, really early. We got a kit here from Lyell's Exhaust. They shipped it up from Canada and shipped it down here for us. Probably gonna have to do a little bit of fabbing just to make sure it all fits in nicely. A Starburst. Thank you very much.
Nice. All right, for exhaust, we hit up Lyell's. Lyell's is a great Canadian company that we love working with because it's very suited to your needs. So they build everything in-house. So we told them we wanted mufflers that are beefy but not too annoying. Because we got a long way to go. The rest is kind of a universal build your own kit. You tell them what size you want in and out. Couplers, hangers, stuff like that. Maybe a bunch of 90s and 45s. And because they ship all over, it was cool that they ship on to the other side of the continent. Now, if you're a builder tier member on our website, you can get a discount to Lyell's, and if you buy the exhaust through our site, you get a free t-shirt with it too. Andy, you got so
sizing's a bit off.
Well, that's because they don't have the shirts in stock, so they'll let us know that you guys bought the exhaust through us with a discount, and then we'll get in contact with you, get the proper size. But yeah, loud pipes save lives, save the squirrels, save the deer. That's why you can't drive an EV, because the amount of roadkill, just they don't hear you coming. Anyway, we're gonna unwrap this. We are going to dump it on the ground before the rear axle because we've got like no clearance back there. So rather than trying to go through the box and around just to make it out the back, we'll probably dump it on the ground and angle it down and not park on any long dead grass fields.
Sounds good.
Here we go.
Catalytic converters. Instructions? No. Nope, no instructions. No instructions, Rich.
No. Oh no!
Everything, eh?
Nice.
To try to...
I think we'll probably have some left over for the twins.
We'll make them something out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll make that into a G. Yeah, we made this for you. For the Garner brothers.
This around here. Kind of centered. Right away we hit that, which is fine. We can get rid of that.
I'll put one more of those on that end and then...
So right now we can't even reach. I gotta take, this is like a mount of something. So I gotta take that off. Just trying to keep the dirt out of it best as we can. I thought maybe we'd have to lift up on the transmission, but I don't think we can because I don't think our drive shaft's gonna clear this cross member. I really don't want to hack that up. I guess I could, I just don't want to. So let's figure out our driveline angle. We got the Tremec app, so what we're gonna do is measure the output shaft. So we'll put that on this angle. The best we can do, because we don't have our drive shaft yet, is just line a piece of exhaust up and point it as close as we can to the final drive. And nicely, that's nice and low. And then we'll check our U-bolts on the back, and then make sure that we're all in the green. So we're gonna do this, which is 4.5 set. That's, I think, roughly that's the best we can do. Okay, so through the app, we've got 4 at the front, and 4 at the back, and 1 in the middle. That's not bad. It wants us to be 3, and we can adjust that. We can do that. So we can adjust the pinion angle on the back, 1 degree off. That's pretty good for guessing when we built this thing. So we'll pull this bar out, and we'll lengthen the top one just a hair. That will tilt it back a bit. That'll get us our 3 there. And we have to go up just a hair on the front. So let's do that. Oh, that's a lot. I can't do that. I can't go down anymore either. Okay, so we put our angles in. This isn't the actual measurements, but these are the angles that the drive shaft will be running at. But 4 on the back, and then 1.6 in the middle, and then 4 at the back again. That gives our opposites, and we're all in the green. So that's as best as we can do it. I'm comfortable we can adjust this slightly, and we can always shim up a little bit on the transmission mount, so I can make my mount as it is right there, and then we can know for sure once we have our axles and everything in there if we have to adjust it slightly. But we're off by like 1 or 2 degrees right now. We're not anything crazy, so I'm comfortable with that. We can make our transmission mount and make sure that that clears the exhaust, and then get our axles and measure our length for the drive shaft. Nice. There we go. Finally found a good use for instructions and bills. Okay, so we're gonna build an X in our exhaust, and I gotta make sure we clear everything. So this is our drive shaft for now. Hopefully the drive shaft's not a whole lot thicker than this. But that will kind of point us in the right direction. We can make sure we don't hit anything. Cross members, stuff like that, when the suspension goes up. It should be beautiful. If you're wondering why we're putting cats on it, it's so we can keep this motorsport hobby going as long as we can. You guys can try and get away with it. The EPA is catching up. They're shutting everybody down. So the best way to stay compliant is to do your best and let them know that we're having fun, but we're not trying to destroy the planet. Okay, so originally when I asked for exhaust, I was thinking just straight through, but we run into an issue where our exhaust, if I come straight out of the header into my muffler, when I lay it like this, it comes too close to the drive shaft. So we got to bring it over a little bit, and we can fix that with our X. So we stick 245s, stick them in our cats, and then we'll take 90s that come out, and then this 90 I can bring it out a little bit farther than this exhaust. I can bring it that couple inches over yet. Keep the muffler nice and tight to the outside of the frame, and then we've got room between our drive shaft to dump it down in. So we're solving problems all over the place. We didn't get an X, but we got two 90s, so we'll make an X. Basically, we're just gonna cut half the pipe off and on both of them and sandwich them together, weld them, bam, done. It's gonna look so pretty, but you know what? It's gonna sound even better. And here we go. I'm sure there's some science to it. We're using a 2016 Ford Ranger T6 liner manual. Yeah, I'll try that. Happy with that? They're nice. I like it. Point. I can live with that. Funny how just tiny little movements change everything. So since Vince didn't get his passport, I have to pretend to be Vince and weld up my exhaust. But to get as close to Vince as I could possibly get, we got some Vince Weld shirts. But now that I think about it, we should have got long sleeve shirts, because honestly you can't weld in short sleeve. So we'll have to go back on the website and make some long sleeve Vince Weld shirt. I'm trying to grow my beard. I haven't shaved in a while. I can't have the beard that Vince does. My wife won't let me, but for now I'm just going to tack everything in place and then try my hand at welding, and then the exhaust is done. Like once it's all welded, then I'll put the hangers on it, and then nice thing about this is it's pretty short, so we don't have to make it in sections. We'll just weld it all up as one piece, because everything drops right out. There's nothing in the way, there's nothing to pull anything off, so should be pretty straightforward. I won't do the, I can't take the headers off until we lift the engine back out again, but that's coming up soon, so here we go.
Alright, so fuel tank's coming out again. We gotta get the return and the feed line the bungs put into that. So we got to bring this somewhere to get it done. Don't know where yet. So we got to take the bumper off, drop the tank, find someone to weld on these bungs because Rich is kind of a wuss and does not want to do it himself. So, all right, let's get her going.
Okay.
Both of them?
Yep.
Both of them?
Yeah. If it leaks, that's probably a bit high. Oh, that's okay. Maybe a little bit of fuel at the bottom, but at least the crap is at the bottom.
If it leaks, it's all gonna drain out.
Is that? Yeah. And then once the aluminum has fuel in it, then can't ever get a nice weld on that in again.
Oh, it's because it's gonna always have a coating of.
Yeah, fuel in there, right?
Would it ever clean out or no? Not like.
According to Vince, no. Like once it's contaminated, it's contaminated.
Huh.
Like he says, even if you weld if you cut aluminum with a steel disc,
Yeah.
or like just the fibers off the disc will contaminate the aluminum, and it won't weld.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just trying to talk you into getting the plasma cutter or something.
He's trying to make himself look a lot better than he actually is. Because all of it's bullshit. He's like, oh yeah,
Yeah. Oh, it's impossible.
It's
Next to
impossible. I can do it,
Yeah.
but like, it's impossible. So this one's gonna fall out, but that's where that one goes. Put that in your pocket.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andy.
No problem.
Approximately 10 hours later.
The one all the way through it. Come back looking like Popeye. Just with 4 arms just bulging.
Okay, so if you guys are following on any of the other projects, the F350, we used the Grassroots fuel line, but unfortunately the section got soft, so I had to pull it off all my diesels. So Grassroots was excellent. They warranted their hose, and I got them to send some hose this way rather than using it on the diesel again. So we're gonna run all Grassroots fuel line, just a sending and return. The tank didn't have it for the fuel injection, so we did have to get 2 bungs welded on the front. I guess most people buy these fuel tanks and keep a carbureted engine in it. We don't want to go that route. So, well, I don't have any hangers to put them up, but we'll run the fuel line in the frame rail for now, and before we put the cab and the box and stuff back on again. Here we go.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get my last coil bolt in. Thanks. Maybe we'll just have to shove this over just a hair.
At least there's a guarantee that we're not going to lose the shop.
Yeah.
Do not put all of us. Oh.
We got 3 days left.
I'm glad I didn't finish welding that because I just got to extend that corner just a hair. And this is why we do stuff like that. Nice.
Fits in that second one pretty good.
Fits in the second one, amazing. I think if I just open this up, I can probably just pull it just a hair. That's all I need. But the spark plug wire is kind of pointing in that way, so I'll have to do a little bit. I have to
Grind it right there.
I have to notch that quite a bit. That's where your foot is too, so I want to keep it as little as possible, right? I'm glad I didn't weld that solid. It all works out.
Yeah. Every day.
Every day.
Oh, look,
Every day it works. Oh look, we just needed that axle.
Yeah.
Right. Let's
Hood.
we can throw the front clip on, or I can mess and try to get that steering column in just slightly so we can steer it.
Steering's good.
What's that?
Steering's good to have.
That doesn't kink. We need it up as high as possible, but me being tall, this becomes a disadvantage. Not much of a collapsible steering, but it'll work. We got some steering. I gotta mount that bottom bracket. Any sharper and I'm gonna feel that in the knuckle. I'd much rather stay up top. Right there. Right there is where I want it. I got some steering. Like I said, I just tacked that. I tacked this bar into the steering column. Don't do that. We just did that because we don't have time to weld in that swivel, but we'll do that when we come back. We just want to make sure that our wheels turn inside our fenders. And I have a feeling that we're gonna rub a little bit, but that'll be great.
Rubbin's racing.
Rubbin's racing. Yeah, I want to do a good job welding this in. It's very important. Now's not the time to do that. So. Oh. I don't know if I'm strong enough to put the box on tonight. Nice. Our guesstimation with how much farther to weld it in front was pretty accurate. That is pretty centered in there. It's a beauty. Now,
Yeah, that does look good.
Can we turn the steering on? With the full weight on there. So far so good? So far so good? Keep going? Keep going?
I think we're maxed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay. Yeah. Do that or I'm gonna rip the wheel off. Try to the right.
Two-hander, yeah, keep going. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah?
Just get.
that's it?
That must be back.
That was max. Is it touching?
I think it is.
Oh, I just love it.
Is it good?
No, just a touch. So if we cut that lip off on the inside, we're probably okay. But I think if we pull it out a bit, I think it's okay.
Like either flare it out or
Yeah.
dip the lip a bit.
Yeah.
That's pretty close though.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We couldn't go any bigger, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Let me just tighten that all the way down with my fingers, Andy. Not like.
I think you had a washer on there, else you bottom it out.
I don't even know that it's cross-threaded or not. lift out. Lift up on the front, push back. Man, that looks good. You got lots of room between that and the rod. Just a nice air filter here. Sitting right here. Honestly, I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
If we stick some blocks up on it for now, just underneath.
Yeah. Yeah, we can get a 2x4 or something.
Yeah, because they got. I have to shave like another inch off the axles and get them in closer. So no, that's perfect. It's a pretty good guess on the rims.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for our work week here in California. We've worked on it for 6 days and I'm super happy with the progress that we made. We've been able to test fit all our parts, make sure that they kind of talk to each other and they fit, that they don't talk to each other and rub, but there's still a pile of work to do. Really happy with how everything fit together. I think I changed the oil pan. That gave us probably an extra day's worth of work, but I'm still on schedule. So there's not much that we can do on this truck until we come back in April. There's nothing to do at home on it, so you have to stick around for those videos then. And even though the truck looks great, there's a pile of work to do yet. Everything is mocked up and there, but basically we're taking it apart again and final assembly, making sure, because now we know that everything fits. Obviously we'll be finishing the cab. We're doing the coolant fluids. We're gonna fire it up for the first time and then drive it to LS Fest. If there's a week where it happens that we can come earlier and spend a few extra days here, we might do that. But I think we're aside from anything catastrophic, we're in really good shape. So hopefully you've enjoyed the progress on this. I hope that you've been following along with the Bronco and the C10 as well, because they're moving along as well. And yeah, we will see you in April at LS Fest. Here we go.